Okay, so let us begin with the class. In the last class, we were studying about the topic 2D arrays, and there we have studied just how the 2D arrays are represented in memory, how the 2D arrays are accessed, what is the concept or what is the format for initializing a 2D array, declaring 2D arrays, and with that, I have just shown a small program to print the elements of a 2D array. Now, first we need to understand what are the operations that can be performed on a 2D array. In case of 1D array also, we learned some operations which can be performed like traversing, insertion, deletion, uh, then um, then there is insertion, deletion, traversing on, and what are the other operations we just learned? So these three are
Merging,
the basic
merging, ma'am.
operations we learned. Now in 2D arrays, the 2D arrays basically, since they can be represented in a matrix or grid format in the theoretical concept, so basically this concept of 2D arrays are used to implement the mathematical concept of matrices. Because what you have studied in mathematics, the 2D matrices, you can implement this matrix concept using these 2D arrays. So in mathematics was used to happen, there was a matrix, that is a grid of numbers, and that those were arranged in rows and columns. So using this concept of 2D arrays, we can perform those functions which was allowed on the matrix operations of suppose I had a matrix of m into n matrix. So in that m into n matrix, what are the operations that were allowed to perform? The same operations were allowed to perform in 2D arrays also. The first operation that was allowed to perform was transpose of a matrix. We just learned that, right? So matrix A is a given. Suppose there is a matrix A which is of m into n, and by transpose I will convert it into a matrix B of n into m. Okay, this was a concept of transpose of a matrix. So whatever I have now will be, that's it. This was the concept. Now the second concept which was allowed in two matrices was sum, addition. If the two matrices are compatible with each other, this can be added together and the result can be stored in a third matrix. And when do we say that the two matrices are compatible? When they have the same number of rows and columns, right? So the columns of matrix 1 is equal to the rows of matrix 2. So I can represent it as, suppose I have a matrix, another matrix, and I am adding two matrices to 3D arrays, and I am storing it in a third matrix. Just like we have done the addition, we can do the difference when it comes to matrix multiplications. Same concept, just minus. Right? And we can do the product. We can do the multiplication as well. So, and remember these things, that all these can be done if the two matrices are compatible. That is, if I have a, is someone saying anything? Please write in the chat box.
मार्बल साला ना हो तो केले लेना समझ में आओ
Suppose I have a matrix 1 which is some row into column, and I have another matrix B which is of row into column. Now this column of matrix 1 must be equal to the row of matrix 2. When the column of matrix 1, number of columns in first matrix is equal to the number of rows in second matrix, then we say that the two matrices are compatible with each other, and then I can perform this summation difference product of these two matrices. Okay, so these are the four types of numerical operations that can be performed on any matrix. Just if I am representing the matrix using 2D arrays, so these are the four operations that can be performed on my 2D array as well. Fine. So first, is there any query in understanding this portion? Yes or no? Have you understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us move to the
Yes, ma'am.
programming part. So first I will just write the small program. Suppose we deal with matrices, right? 2 into 2 matrix, 3 into 3 matrix, 2 into 3 matrix, whatever it is, we deal with different sizes of matrices. So first I will just write this small program, just change in this program, write a program to read and display the elements, read and display a 3 into 3 matrix. Okay, so we will have to deal with this sort of things. So first I need to understand, since I will display a matrix, I will take the values from the users, right? So first my things will be like enter if I am defining my 3D matrix, suppose let the matrix name be mat. Okay, so I am just writing it to be like this, mat 3 by 3. Fine. Next is I will be using the I and J, two subscripts I will have to use. So two subscripts I will have to declare also. Fine. Next is there will be, suppose, one printf statement which will ask me enter the elements you wish to enter. So I will go on entering and entering, and at the last it will show me all the elements entered in the form of a 3 by 3 matrix. Fine. So I will just write enter the elements you wish to enter. Fine. So after this printf statements, the loop will run from 0 to less than 3, since it's a 3 by 3 matrix. And inside the loop, there will be another loop j, which will also run from less than 3, because both row and columns are equal in a 3 into 3 matrix. The value of row is 3, the value of column is 3. So inside this, all this thing is happening, and in between I am taking the values from the user. So there will be one scanf statement, and there will be ampersand mat ij. Fine. Now I will just take the values from the user as it is, and then while printing, I will print it in the form of a 3D matrix, right? So here what I will do, same loop I will learn, just like previous class I was telling. Here I will just change the elements of the matrix are. So same for loop I am running, same while same inner loop j I am running, same outer loop I am running, and in between I will just print my elements in the form of an array. And we have just learned that day that in order to show it in the array, I am just using this printf statement, so that each and elements will be in a new line. Fine. So all the things will be same. Here I will just use a printf statement, and I will use a tab so that the they will have a distance, and here I won't be using ampersand. Bas, that's it. Fine. So let us run the program. Okay, sorry, I just did one mistake somewhere. Printf, right. I have written the printf perfectly okay. Mm, oh, here. One extra tree
टी
has
लग
been.
गया मैम, प्रिंटफ टी नेक्स्ट वाले में भी है मैम,
Yeah?
नेक्स्ट वाले में भी है टी लगा हुआ।
हाँ, तो ये तो करेक्ट कर दिया प्रिंट एफ, अभी तो सब ठीक ही है। ओ, यहाँ पे भी एक एक्स्ट्रा टी हो गया है। आई थिंक नॉट एनी मोर ना।
नो मैम।
फाइन। सो हम एक के बाद एक, सपोज हम जस्ट सिंपल एलिमेंट्स डाल रहे हैं, सपोज 1 2 3 4 5 6 ऐसे करके एलिमेंट्स डाल रहे हैं, ठीक है। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 elements will be there, and see the elements of the matrix have been somewhat printed in the form of a matrix, 3 by 3 matrix. तो ये लॉजिक था आपका 3 by 3 मैट्रिक्स प्रिंट करने के लिए। आप यही लॉजिक यूज करके किसी भी मैट्रिक्स को आप यूजर से वैल्यूज ले सकते हैं, एंड फिर वो वैल्यूज के ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं, या फिर वैल्यूज प्रिंट कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। तो लास्ट दिन हम दिखाए थे कि हम जो डिफाइन कर रहे हैं उसमें ही हम फिक्स्ड एलिमेंट्स को पास कर दे रहे हैं। आज हम देखा है कि we are creating one matrix and there I am asking the elements from the user. So ये 3 by 3 हम दिखाए, यही लॉजिक यूज करके आपको 3 4 2 2 2 6 6 2 7 8 any dimensions you can do. The dimensions you change in the row and column, accordingly you will have to change in this loop and in this loop, right, for taking the values, and accordingly you will have to change in this loop and in this loop for printing the values. बस ये छोटा सा डिफरेंस है, बाकी सब चीज जो सीखे हो वो ही है। So find among the operations, let us just do the first one, that is transpose of a matrix. Now that we have learned to read and display a 3 by 3 matrix.
once, ma'am.
बोलो।
मैम इसको एक बार कंपाइल कीजिए फिर से।
बेटा सुना ही नहीं दिया, एक बार बस चैट पे लिख दोगे क्या बोल रहे हो? आई विल वेट फॉर अ मिनट।
कंपाइल करने बोल रही है मैम।
ओ, कंपाइल करूं?
यस मैम।
अच्छा ठीक है, एक तो कंपाइल किया, अभी एंट्री करूं? ठीक है, एंट्री कर रहे हैं। ठीक ना? लॉजिक क्या था लॉजिक था एक एक करके रो तुम्हारा फिलअप होगा, ठीक ना। इसलिए देखो तुम जो 1 2 3 डाले हो वो पहले रो में फिलअप हुआ। हम लोग का लॉजिक यही था, हम लोग जे इंक्रीमेंट कर रहे थे, मतलब एक एक रो पूरा फिलअप होगा, फिर जाके नेक्स्ट रो, फिर जाके नेक्स्ट रो। सो तुम जिस ऑर्डर में डालोगे वो रो वाइज सेव्ड होगा, ठीक है। अभी इसको अगर उल्टा करना है तो वही हम अभी सीखेंगे, ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स। सो
मतलब पहले ट्रांसपोज वाले में पहले कॉलम फिल होगा मैम, और इसमें पहले रो फिल होगा।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, क्योंकि हम लोग लॉजिक में क्या सीखे थे, पहले हमारा आउटर लूप है i इक्वल टू 0। उस आउटर लूप में i इक्वल टू 0 मतलब रो 0, मतलब पहले वाला रो को इंडिकेट कर रहा है। उस पे तुम्हारा J0 J1 J2 फिलअप होगा, मतलब कॉलम 1 कॉलम 2 कॉलम 3, ठीक ना। फिर तुम्हारा i इंक्रीमेंट होगा I1 मतलब सेकेंड रो को इंडिकेट कर रहा है, उस पे तुम्हारा J0 J1 J2 फिलअप होगा, मतलब कॉलम 1 कॉलम 2 कॉलम 3। फिर तुम्हारा I2 मतलब रो 3 में J0 J1 J2 कॉलम 0 कॉलम 1 कॉलम 2, ठीक ना। ऐसे करके लूप चल रहा
यस
था।
मैम।
लास्ट दिन एक बार अगर थोड़ा भूल भी गए हो, एक बार लास्ट दिन का वीडियो देखना, वो तो अपलोडेड है। हम लोग लूप ऐसे करके ही चलाते हैं, मतलब ऐसे करके ही लूप चलता है, हम लोग नहीं चलाते, ऐसे ही चलता है। So the first operation let us learn among all the operations, transpose of a matrix. So suppose 3 into 3 matrix से हम लोग डील कर रहे हैं, तो उस पे हम लोग ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स कर रहे हैं ना। जब मैट्रिक्स को हम लोग ट्रांसपोज करेंगे, उसको तो कोई और मैट्रिक्स में हम लोग दिखाएंगे। सो उस मैट्रिक्स का नाम सपोज हम रख दिए है ट्रांसपोज्ड मैट, ठीक है। अब अब 3 by 3 मैट्रिक्स है, उसको उल्टा करोगे तो 3 by 3 आएगा। सो ट्रांसपोज्ड मैट्रिक्स का डायमेंशंस भी तुम्हारा 3 by 3 होगा। Fine. So since it is a 3 by 3, if it would have been 3 by 4, then the transpose matrix would have been 4 by 3. If it would have been 2 by 6, the opposite matrix would have been 6 by 2. So if it is a 3 by 3, the opposite will also be 3 by 3. So both the transpose matrix and the matrix both are of dimensions 3 by 3. Now I will take the elements from the user, right? So first elements of the matrix I will input, the elements of the matrix I will show. So up to this, whatever we have learned, the same everything logic will be as it is. 3 by 3 matrix elements I am taking, 3 by 3 matrix elements I am showing. After I will show the 3 by 3 matrix element, then I need to perform the logic of the transposed matrix, and then again I need to show the transposed matrix. So this logic of the transposed matrix, what is that? We have just learned whatever is in matrix of Ij will be opposite in matrix of Ji, right? And one side there will be opposite. I will just show that thing to you. ओके, सो ट्रांसपोज्ड मैट्रिक्स IJ में तुम्हारा क्या जाता है, जो तुम्हारा ओरिजिनल मैट्रिक्स यू हैव. ओके, समवन हैज रिटन समथिंग. Ma'am, will you please take two matrices of different dimensions? Yes, obviously I will take. Just wait a minute, okay? I will just take. Fine. So, fine. The transposed matrix, if you want it to print using the IJ concept, just the opposite of the matrix will be, and how will I be able to make the opposite of my matrix? The loops will be same. The position of I and J needs to be interchanged in order to make it the opposite of this matrix. Whatever in the position of I will be in the position of J, and whatever in the position of J will be in the position of I. Then only the opposite things happen in matrices. This thing you already know in the mathematics concept. And once my matrix has been transposed, what is my work? Just to print my transposed matrix. Now what will I do? Fine. ज़्यादा कुछ तो है नहीं. First we took our elements, then I printed it in the form of a matrix using this concept. Then I transposed my matrix, a simple line of code, and then after the transposed function is over, I have just printed my transposed matrix. That's all I have done, right? Okay, fine. Nikhil, you have asked to show it with a different index. So Nikhil, why don't you try it at home, and if you face any problem, you tell me, because these things I am showing, I can only show few of the things because I need to switch on to the next topic now. So for each and everything, I can only show one or two examples. For different things, you people have laptops, you people have online compilers, you people do it at your home. Everything, if I will show, what will you do? Oh, sorry, I have missed the tab, right? Sorry. I will just put the tab. Here, I have forgot to give it a new line. If I would have given it a new line, then this thing wouldn't be done. Fine. So the elements of the matrix, as you can show, was 1, 2, 3, and the transposed is just the row has been converted to column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fine. So transposition of a matrix means I am just converting the rows into columns, and when I will convert the rows into columns, I need not to do much. Just the matrix will become the opposite. So matrix Ji will be stored in matrix Ij. See here, this line was stored in here. This line is stored in here. So the same thing which we did for printing the matrix, I am doing the same thing, but the difference is over here. Okay. So this was the program about transpose of a matrix. So any problem in understanding how the transpose of a matrix is executing?
No, ma'am. एक बार ट्राई करेंगे ठीक से।
Okay. You people please try it at home, okay? Because I can only show you a few things because time is limited. Otherwise, you people try at home. You people try different programs. Not a big deal. Fine. So this was all about in module 1, whatever array from the array chapter, whatever concept was there, this was all about that. Shobha, I will wait. Okay, fine, I am waiting. Try the program. Okay, right. You can take a screenshot also. If you want, you can take a screenshot also. Okay. So, in your module 1, the first was about those asymptotic notations and all. Then there was this array chapters, the concept of 1D arrays, 2D arrays and all that. So, we have more or less, we have finished these two main topics. After that, in array chapter, there are a lot of things like the passing 1D arrays we have learned. Same for passing 2D arrays to functions, there are few things. Then pointers and 2D arrays, another topic is there. Multi-dimensional arrays, pointer and 3-dimensional arrays, all these things are there, but those are not included in your syllabus. Fine. So, we have just learned the applications of arrays. Why we are learning arrays? Because arrays, as you have just learned, they are widely used in order to implement this mathematical vectors, matrix, and there are many database also. Suppose I have an employee database. The values which I am entering in my employee database, those are getting stored somewhere row wise and row wise. So it follows the concept of 1D arrays. And for implementing other data structures such as string, stack, queue, hash table. So for implementing these all data structures also, we need the concept of arrays. So these are all the various applications of the arrays. Why have we studied this array chapter? Okay. Okay, I am scrolling down. Fine. Okay, I have scrolled down. Okay, so this was all about this array concept which was there in your syllabus. I hope you have understood it. So in the next class, I will start with this chapter, like searching, sorting. Okay, the under your module 1, the next segment you have is searching and sorting. Under searching you have only linear and binary search, and under sorting you have a lot of things. So we will be learning the algorithms, we will be trying to execute the algorithms, we will be finding the complexity of the algorithms, using the complexity knowledge which we have learned in the initial classes. Using that, we will implement those complexity finding concepts, and we will learn the how to find the complexities of the various algorithms. Okay, so let me just share the attendance. Tomorrow I think we will meet, and tomorrow we will start studying about this. Okay, so everyone please mark your attendance. And those who are able to mark your attendance, you may leave off the class after marking the attendance, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So I hope everybody has been able to mark their attendance. Is there anyone who has not been able to mark the attendance? Is there anyone who has not been able to mark the attendance? Fine, I am stopping the share. Thank you so much.